Hello, everyone. My name is Andrew Rosado. I'm the new athletic director and supervisor of activities and PE and health here in Kinnelon. For my forum, I'm going to go through a presentation of an entry plan for myself, but within our athletic and activity and health and phys ed departments of what my goals are as a new administrator here in Kinnelon and what you can expect from me and hopefully within the community. So we're going to jump into my presentation. And before I get started on some logistics, I'd just like to introduce myself since I am new to Kinnelon. Um, I am a proud dad and husband of my wife Leanne and my daughter Amelia. We are excited to be part of the Kinnelon community. I am an experienced educator. I've been teaching prior to my new role for the past 8 years, and I've also been a coach for boys lacrosse for the past 12 years. I have a student-athlete history. I've played lacrosse collegiately at Montclair State University, but as a high school student and even before then have dabbled in many numerous sports throughout all the traditional seasons, and I'm very proud of what I've done and where I am today. I am also a veteran of the United States Navy, and I'm extremely excited for my new role here in Kinnelon. Again, just a couple weeks in, but I'm have big plans for my self expectations and then also for our department as a whole. I'd like to first start with my vision for the Department of Athletics and Health and PE. I'd like to provide a dynamic sports culture founded on personal connections, leadership, community, and pride. I'd like to foster the excellence here that we already have in Kinnelon, be very transparent communication, whether it be amongst staff and administration or all the stakeholders like our parents and community members. And of course, I'd like to bring our community together, whether it's during the school activities, sports functions, whatever it might be, so that we can support our programs and really cheer on our students and our student athletes. And then lastly, respect and sportsmanship growing up were huge to me, and I'd like to instill that into our program as a vision for our student athletes, our coaches, and our staff members. And the core values that I've always had in my life are honor, courage, and commitment. I'd like to have our students and our student athletes take pride in what they do, have the courage to do not only what's right, but to know when to not do what's wrong and stand up for our student athletes, our students, and then also be committed to excellence as we already are in Kinnelon. So I'd like my core values to be a part of our core values here. As far as my 4-month entry plan as your new athletic director, month 1, 2, and 3 of 4, we're going to go through the slides, but really it's about relationship building for me. My first month here, I want to be all ears. I want to hear from not only our administration, but our staff, our students, our parents. I'm going to get into an open door policy, but that's really what I believe in. If anyone wants to speak with me, they are more than welcome to reach me, whether by phone, email, or in person. By month 2, I'd like to strengthen the bonds of all of our staff members, our coaches, our community members. Month 3, I'd like to grow from where we are now to even better heights in the future. And then month 4, which will get us around the end of the school year, start to really strategically think about what we're doing into the summer and then going into next school year. And just an area of focus kind of around my position, new position, and what I plan to do is focus on anything from who is and what is Kinnelon, getting used to that, understanding the community members, getting our staff, our coaches, and parents to work together, acknowledging the accomplishments of our students and our student athletes, working with KHS and PRM, and bridging the gap so our students and our student athletes can easily transition from 8th grade to 9th grade. Being familiar with our district budget and our department budgets and working with our principals and superintendent to make sure we're all on the same page. Understanding our sports and understanding what their needs are, whether it be enrollment, registration, supplies, or even schedule needs, just understanding what our coaches and our staff needs here. parental involvement, as I mentioned, supporting our students in the health and physical education department, and then of course fundraising as much as we can, whether it be in booster fashion or anything that can support our programs here at Kinnelon High School. So unlocking the blueprint, this is basically me getting to know who you are as stakeholders, who our staff is, who our coaches are. And throughout the 4 months, my plan is to basically meet, greet, listen, and then also just have that open door policy, refine any practices that need to be refined, research anything that could help us as a district and as a school, and then of course collaborate with all the stakeholders and getting feedback, what's working, what's not working. Being new to Kinnelon, there's a lot to understand and for me to learn to know. But also, if it's working and we're proud of it, let's keep it going. But if we need to fix certain things, we will certainly do our best to do so. For our parents, whether it be of our students or our student athletes, parental involvement is huge, I think, in the success of all the programs and really whatever program we are, talking about. Getting parents involved, I'm going to let you know who I am. I'm going to let you know that I do have an open door policy. Hopefully we share some of the same visions for our students and our student athletes. And I'd like to get you involved as much as possible so that we can make our programs and our activities even better than they already are. And again, that communication channel is key. If you need something, if you want to give feedback, anything you want to talk about, my office and our department is all ears, and we have an open door policy. As far as a new leader in the district, just to give you kind of a 2 cents of what I plan throughout my first 4 months, is just establishing the connections with our staff here at Kinnelon High School and branching it out to our coaches, our staff and our coaches at PRM, and then all of our stakeholders, which will be involved as well. I plan on giving a lot of feedback, but also getting feedback from our staff members and our coaches to understand that, certain processes are working and certain things may not be working, and we can see and work together how we can fix those. As far as our coaches and our athletic department, again, 4-month plan, first month trying to meet and greet and get to know who they are. This will help me also get to know our student athletes as well. But then also as month 2, 3, and 4 progress, supporting our coaches, adjusting where adjustments need to be made, supporting them, again, whether it be in athletic gear, supplies, or scheduling needs, and making sure that our student athletes are in the best possible situation like we are in our winter season right now, getting them ready for those conference, league, and state championships, which we hope to achieve in this coming spring. As a health and PE supervisor here in Kinnelon, I want to build our relationships with our staff, which again will trickle down into getting to know my students here at the high school and all of our other schools as well. So getting to know and building those relationships with our health and physical education department, and understanding the curriculum that Kinnelon has here, and understanding the implementation processes that are already there, and enhancing with proper feedback channels of what we can do better into later spring, and then also starting the school year in September. Getting into the community is one of my large goals that I really want to start as soon as possible. Whether it's attending athletic events, activities here at the school. I know our previous administrators have mentioned some of the big events we have coming up. Meeting our parents, our staff members, our community members, alumni, getting to know you through the first 4 months, and establishing those channels, collaborating with each other, because I think it's going to take a whole community to make not only our school even better than it already is, but also our athletic programs, our school in terms of like instruction. I think it'll take our whole village to really get where we want to be in the future as a town. I'll also be working directly with our Pearl River Middle School and we have amazing sports that are offered throughout the year there. I plan on working with our coaches and getting a better understanding of what's happening in our middle school and enhancing the programs as best as we can going into the future. I think our middle school is a amazing bridge into our freshman year at the high school when it comes to sports, getting to know the coaches, getting to know the staff members. So I plan on within the first 4 months getting to know who PRM really is and how we can support them as a department, and getting feedback so we know what to enhance going into the future. I know we have some booster clubs here at Kinnelon, and I do want to familiarize myself in the first month and kind of understand what our needs are, where we're at in those certain clubs, and then get a better understanding of where we can go. How can we support our programs, our athletic needs into the future? And I think there's a lot of different avenues we can explore. We have amazing community members and alumni that we can certainly collaborate with, different events that we can form and hopefully celebrate in many different ways. But ultimately, familiarize, assess what we have, initiate anything new that we can help our programs and support them, and then, of course, feedback continuously throughout the process so that our community can support our programs here at KHS as best as possible. I know the Hall of Fame is something we've done in the past here at KHS. I'd like to kind of relight the fire for the Hall of Fame and get that going again. Another one of my big goals here. So I plan on working with all the stakeholders, whether it be here at school or into the community, and developing the process of our Hall of Fame. We have amazing alumni, amazing previous athletes and community members that I think will really do a great number of help for our Hall of Fame, but also deserve a spot in the Hall of Fame. So I'd like to work with our district, our district administration, our staff and our students and our parents on how we can build this Hall of Fame back up to where it can be. And through the first 4 months, initiating, developing the processes that we need, making the community aware of the rebuild of the Hall of Fame, and then the impact that it can have not only on our previous student athletes and community members, but also how that could support our current programs here at KHS. Of course, being new to the district, I'm currently understanding our budget process and how we allocate certain things within the department. But one thing I want to make sure that within the first 4 months is that we have a fair alignment with our sports, whether it be our health phys ed department, PRM sports, whatever it might be. We're going to ensure, myself and along with the team of administrators, to ensure that we are doing the best we can to support our programs, our activities, and ultimately our students, because that's why we're here. We're trying to support our students be the best person they can be. And lastly, overcoming obstacles. If we have athletic programs that have any obstacles, whether it be registration numbers, whether it be supplies needed, scheduling issues, support from our parents, I plan on the first 4 months identifying those issues, analyzing what needs to be done, and then also supporting, collaborating with our coaches and our parents, understanding what our students need, and think about our programs. So my job is to, any athletic obstacles that may be current or happen in the future, is to work with all of our stakeholders to understand that we are in it together, and let's try to work together to find the best possible solution. So again, just to recap the first 4 months of my entry plan and my goals, be all ears, listen to our staff here at school, our administration, but also our students and our parents. I want to strengthen the bonds of not only myself with the community, but members of the community with each other, coaches with each other, students with each other as well. Growth and presence, as I get into the position and around month 3 or so, grow our program even better than it is now, and see where we can go with all of our amazing community members, staff, and administration here at KHS. And again, month 4, around beginning of summertime, kind of start to really strategically evolve as a department and a program and see where we can bring it into next year. And the very last thing I'm going to mention, these are just some long-term goals and wish lists so that you know where my head's at coming into the position, and what I hope to accomplish. Now, some of these are a little bit of a bigger feat than others, but I do plan on trying to establish these as goals for our town, our schools, and our athletic department. So just briefly, sports community days where we get kids together, our parents together, from rec levels to all the way to high school. Athletic field house. How can we advance our athletic programs, not only within our current weight room, but a field house that can support our programs even better. Championship teams, encouraging our coaches to be the best possible coach for our student athletes so that our student athletes can have not only amazing experiences here, but ultimately we all like to win, and ultimately, if we could bring championship home while learning as a student athlete what it means to be a person and an athlete as well, then that's an amazing accomplishment that I hope to reach. Technology integration. I know there's a lot of technology within sports nowadays. If we can integrate technology into our practices, into our games, whether it be something as simple as video, or as maybe it could be sports tracking, whether it's tracking on the field, understanding our athletes and have them understand how they're performing, both physically, mentally, as an athlete. That leads into strength and conditioning, And I hope to establish a more structured program, whether it be in-house or bringing someone in from outside and helping our student athletes and even our students to understand what they can do with themselves and how much stronger they can get and how they can use different workouts to make them better athletes on the field. And hopefully, we can establish that sooner than later. And then lastly, our athletics website, as great as it is, I hope to advance it and a little bit more user-friendly and be able to highlight some of our recent accomplishments and include things like our Hall of Fame, et cetera, to establish that and hopefully get that going soon. Again, thank you. I'm super proud to be here in Kinnelon. I'd like to just reiterate the open door policy. If you need anything, if you would like to contact me, please call or email. We can schedule appointments. Whatever you need, I'll be here for you. Thank you so much.